economic growth, a time when nations like Guyana are experiencing meteoric rises in GDP, thanks to burgeoning industries like oil production. But every boom has its potential busts, every period of growth its potential threats. These aren't certainties, but possibilities. Possibilities that prudent economists and investors should keep on their radars. Let's dive into these 8 scenarios that could potentially disrupt our economic growth. The first scenario is an unexpected burst in inflation rates. Picture this: prices of goods and services skyrocketing in a short span of time. It's like a wildfire, consuming the purchasing power of your hard-earned money. This could be triggered by various factors such as excessive money supply or a sharp increase in production costs. The impact? It could lead to reduced consumer spending, shaking the very foundations of our economy. Moving on to the second scenario, we have geopolitical tensions. Imagine the economic boom being held hostage by political power plays and territorial disputes. An example? The ongoing border tension between Guyana and Venezuela, despite Guyana's oil production boom. The unpredictability of such situations can cause instability in global markets and disrupt international trade. The third scenario, a tech crash, is a beast of a different nature. It's not about nations or inflation, but about the digital world we're so dependent on. If our tech titans falter, the ripple effects could be catastrophic. Think about job losses, reduced consumer confidence, and the potential collapse of smaller businesses that rely on these tech giants. Lastly, we have the fourth scenario, a debt crisis. Imagine a world where nations are unable to repay their debts. This could potentially lead to a global financial meltdown. Countries could default, leading to a domino effect of economic instability. These first 4 scenarios have the potential to significantly disrupt our economic growth, but they are not the only threats we face. The fifth scenario involves a severe climate event. As we know, climate change has been a hot topic worldwide. It's not just about warmer winters or cooler summers. It's about the increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. These could lead to widespread damage, disrupting economies and livelihoods. The potential impact is massive. The probability, unfortunately, is high. Next, we have the resurgence of a pandemic. As we've learned from recent years, pandemics don't just affect health. They can bring global economies to a standstill. The impact here is severe, with a moderate probability given the current state of global health. The seventh scenario is something we've seen before: a housing bubble burst. When housing prices soar, eventually, they can reach a point where they're not sustainable, leading to a market crash. This could trigger a domino effect, impacting other sectors and leading to a broader economic downturn. The impact is potentially high here, with a moderate probability. Finally, we have an escalation in trade wars. Trade is the lifeblood of the global economy. When trade barriers rise, economies slow down. This could lead to a slowdown in global economic growth, impacting industries and jobs. The potential impact here is considerable, with a moderate probability. With all 8 scenarios laid out, the question now is, how do we prepare for these potential disruptions? Understanding these scenarios is the first step in preparing for potential economic disruptions. As we wrap up, remember, these 8 scenarios aren't mere speculation. They're possibilities, shaped by current trends and historical patterns. The importance lies in being aware, staying informed, and preparing for their potential impacts on the global economy. We've learned from the past that it's better to be proactive than reactive. So let's not wait for the storm to hit, let's brace ourselves beforehand. No one can predict the future with certainty, but being aware of these scenarios can help us prepare for whatever the economy might throw our way.